It's National Redline Day, so today is all about the wheels. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale Hot Wheels Custom Eldorado. This is based on the 1967 Cadillac Eldorado and debuted in the 1968 lineup as part of the original Sweet 16 castings. It came with a collector's button. Remember those? Thanks to Paul from Diecast Graveyard for gifting me this casting, along with all the extras needed to do a full restoration. This is my entry to the Four Horsemen sponsored National Redline Day Invitational. The Four Horsemen are Paul from Diecast Graveyard, Tom from Spork Syndicate, Skip from Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop, and myself, along with this month's guest horseman, the Gargoyles Den. Check our YouTube channel for upcoming build themes. This particular Eldorado is very much showing its age, and it appears that someone's already had a go at it because the rivets have been drilled out and it's already got a couple of replacement screws holding it together. One less thing for me to do. I'll make sure I don't lose those. Notice there's no glass inside, but there is dirt. I'm glad the hood is intact, which exposes the big 472 V8. The obvious paint damage is what really lets this one down. I've read that the plastic interiors are normally all white. It's quite rare to find a dark one like I've got. There's some more evidence of sandbox activity. Worn out wheels and wonky axles. These come off quite easily if you just press evenly on both sides. And if all goes well, you don't damage these small bearings. They'll hold the replacements. A little bit of cleaning and some straightening to do. Here's a brand new set of replacement Redlines, also supplied by Paul. I'm no Redlines restoration expert, this is only my third or fourth one. Certainly not my area of expertise, but it looks like I've got everything I need to do this project, including some replacement glass. Thanks, Paul, for supplying all the bits and pieces for this one. Ready to move on. Although I do think someone has worked on this one before me, this appears to be the original Spectraflame paint that's coming off without much of a fight. The good news now is that that damage was mostly paint deep, and I should be able to get this bare metal back into fighting shape pretty easily. I bypassed the wire brush stage and went right to this abrasive brush attachment. That's cleaned it up beautifully. Looks good now. Ah, the era of land yachts. Coming up on my channel, you'll see some exciting projects that I've got in store. First with the 64 Impala. Our next Four Horsemen theme is at the end of May. Military vehicles. And an old Playard SO gas tanker is coming your way. Don't forget, everybody's invited for my annual Canada Day Invitational, dated on July 1st. There's that big 472 V8. I did a silver metallic base coat on the Eldorado, to be followed by this Tamiya X25 clear green. That base coat helped to fill in any remaining inconsistencies in the die-cast body. I'm hoping the clear green on top of the metallic fleck will give me the kind of result that I'm looking for. As always, the initial tack coat is followed by a second and then a third top coat to avoid any drips in the paint finish that sometimes comes with a rush job. Today's community shoutout goes to the YouTube channel Hot Wheels Redlines, which seems appropriate with today's theme, so please follow the link that I've left in the description and check that out for yourself. These are the original 16 cars, released in '68, with X's over the ones that I've managed to accrue over the last couple of years, with the hobby goal of restoring each one of those at some point. I've clear-coated my metallic green paint job, and now I'm carefully masking off to do a vinyl roof, and I'm being very careful to leave all of the door lines in green so that when a door is opened, it doesn't look like part of the vinyl roof is coming away. Let me know in the comments if you think I did that properly or if I made a mistake. The vinyl roof is Tamiya XF1 flat black paint. I give that a quick spritz with my Gaahleri airbrush. Once that's at about 10 minutes to set up but not fully dry, I carefully unmask the car, hoping for straight lines and no bleeds. And today I got a really good result. Now you can see the green door jambs. See the effect that I was after? In real life, this 8th generation Cadillac Eldorado was the first and only one to have the headlamps concealed behind movable covers. So I'm going to paint those over as per the original Sweet 16 casting. Also in flat black. The original Hot Wheels were made by Elliot Handler, who wanted to create a line of toy cars to compete with Matchbox, but his designs would be more like hot rods, often with big rear tires, superchargers, flame paint jobs, outlandish proportions, hood blowers, etc., as compared to Matchbox, which were generally small-scale models of production cars. The first line of Hot Wheels, known as the original Sweet 16, was introduced by his company Mattel on May 18, 1968. These were the first of the Redline series, named for the tires, which had a red pinstripe on their sides. There were 16 castings released, 11 of them designed by Harry Bradley. I clearly remember having all 16 of them and the collector buttons, which I carried around everywhere in my big plastic Hot Wheels carrying case. So out of the bath in CLR, and much of the limescale, but not all of it, is gone. After a little rinse in clear water, I'll move that over to my other workbench and start in with some metal polishing. I'm using this Autosol product today, which is readily available over here in Europe, where I live. Same application as Flitz or any of the other similar polishes. Remember to do this only at the lowest possible speed. Going too fast creates a friction that burns the polish. You want to avoid that. A final rub down with a microfiber cloth helps remove any remaining polish that might be in between the raised letters, and it's looking really good. So, worn out wheels from 1968, replica replacements from 2025. They just pop back onto the bearings that I left intact when I removed the original wheels. This is when you can adjust the axles and straighten them out if necessary, which is something I had to do. I use this little tool to help get the new wheels properly seated. Of course, that's an absolutely essential upgrade for a Sweet 16 restoration. High gloss clear went on the green metallic, and a flat matte clear went over the vinyl roof. All that's left to do now is reassemble the parts. The plastic interior got a good steam cleaning. There's my replacement glass from the Redline shop. Once out of the packaging, I did have to heat that up and reshape it slightly so that it would fit properly inside the Eldorado. That was easy to do. Cleaned up polished metal chassis with the new replica replacement Redlines. I think this is going to look very sharp. Remember, the posts had been previously drilled out and tapped, so I just had to put those screws back in to button it all up. Check in for free motion. Straight as an arrow. Let's have a closer look. I'm happy with my decision to go with a slight metallic fleck in the green paint. I think it looks really good. I didn't detail the engine. There's the headlight cover blacked out. Matte black vinyl roof. But with the full door frames in green. The original casting had no taillight detail or on the metal chassis undercarriage. And notice there's no door lines on the side panels. Hot Wheels has come a long way since then. Mostly cosmetic damage on this old 68 version, but everything was easily rectified with some bodywork and fresh paint, and of course, the replacement Redline wheels in class. I normally give all of my kid-friendly restorations away to the local Goodwill store, but if you'll allow me, I think I'm going to hang on to my small and growing collection of original Sweet 16 Redlines. I don't think there's great intrinsic value in them once they've been restored, but there is great sentimental value for those of us my age. Thanks again to the Gargoyles Den for being our guest horseman. Please check his channel out along with all of the other builds on this National Redline Day theme. Here's a few reminder guidelines for all of our participants. And lots of people are climbing the horseshoe ladder with their regular involvement. Join in at the end of May on the Four Horsemen military theme. Thanks for joining me again here today at my channel. Come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.